going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Docs Outside the Box. This is Dr. Darko on a night shift in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And I wanted to change things up a little bit and do something that I'm not used to doing, which is doing stuff off the cuff. So as you all know, I normally do my episodes as one-on-one interview where I have already preformed questions and I already know what my intro is going to be, but this is something that's going to be a little bit different. This is me giving you literally 5 minutes of what's on my mind, 5 minutes of positivity, 5 minutes of, something that I think we all need more of, which is some positivity. So, I'm sitting here on night shift. It's 1:58 a.m. I'm sitting here with my boy, Tyler Haney, PA. What's up, brother? And we're just talking about, just life in general and things that we want to do to get to the next level. And we had a talk about, why we're always thinking about doing the next thing and not living in the now, right? Not living in the now and not, smelling the roses and not trying to be the best person that we can be right now. And I think oftentimes, you all can resonate with that, right? You've spent 4 years thinking about what's going to happen when you get into medical school. Or in Tyler's case, you think about where and how you're going to get into PA school. And if you're a physician, the next step is, okay, what am I going to do next after medical school? Instead of just realizing and trying to be the best person that you can be at that moment, try to take that test and do the best that you can. So I just thought about it after he gave me the idea, and I said, you know what? I'm going to just come off the cuff with this. And I just want to let you all know that, although, you may feel like you're stuck in a rut in what you're doing in medicine or even outside of medicine, whether it's in business, whether it's in engineering, the key thing is to be the best person that you can be at that moment. So if you are stuck being, seeing patients on a daily basis and that is something that doesn't inspire you, then go and find something that inspires you or do something with your job that's going to make you feel like you have more purpose. Maybe do something that is outside of the box that's going to bring more value to your patients. If you are in business, if you are an engineer, if you are doing something, that kind of resonates with what I'm saying to you, try that also. So, I just want to give you guys some positivity. I want to give you guys something that is off, the cuff, something that is making me uncomfortable, but it's something that I think I'm going to give more of. It's something that I think you guys would benefit from is Dr. Nee Darko not being scripted, but just doing something that's off the cuff and something that's out of the box. So with that being said, look, I want everybody to take gratitude in making a difference on a daily basis in ways that, frankly, look, am I lying, Tyler?
No.
Nobody else can make a difference the way that we can make a difference. And what's interesting is we idolize superstars, musicians, sports athletes, actors. We idolize all these people, but they cannot affect people's lives in the way that we can. They can't do what you can do. So with that, you need to take pride in that. You need to be gracious and take gratitude in the fact that there are things that people will tell us that they won't even tell their loved ones, So we need to prepare the same way that they prepare. We need to prepare as if the next day is our Super Bowl, the next day is our Oscars, the next day is our Wimbledon. So doctors, whether you are getting ready for clinic the next day or you're getting ready for that great surgery, you need to take pride in that and you need to prepare for that. If you're not in the medical world, if you're a teacher, what's going to be your curriculum for the next day? What is it that you're going to do to get your worst student, the person that most people have written off? What are you going to do to get that person to a point where they are a active contributor to society? And if you're an engineer, what are you going to do next to discover AI, artificial intelligence? But ultimately, let's take a step back and just say you're making a difference in everyone's life, including not only yourself, but also your family, your friends, as well as everybody else who's taking attention and paying attention to this. So with that, find motivation in what you do. And as always, you know what time it is. It's time to live outside the box. Peace.